Greetings, peace, and blessings. Happy Jupiter Day. Jupiter is currently at the second degree of Pisces in retrograde, and Jupiter will be in a sextile with the moon today, and we will have a full moon in Capricorn today. So the full moon in Capricorn is the energy that governs our structures. If you can just imagine the structure that I'm speaking of, it's like Capricorn governs our fingernails, our teeth, our skeleton. And without these things, the fingernail, we would just be a pile of flesh, right? So what are the structures by which you create your life? What are the structures by which you practice living each and every day? So you go to work, that is a structure. Possibly you do something that allows you to be in the experience of exchanging, to have an economic exchange. That is a structure. You care for your body in some way. That is a structure. Maybe you pray, meditate. That is also a structure. Maybe you do rituals. Like I created an altar for today, and I put a picture of my mother when she was a baby here, because my mother is the structure from which I come. She is the foundation from which I come. So I put a picture of her. I was actually in her ovaries when she was born. And then water, for the element of water, because water brings life. That is a part of the structure. And then cinnamon, because cinnamon is an herb for the heart, and the heart literally creates the reality that we're in. So that is a part of the structure. And then this is Mukat Jasper, and this is for my creative self-expression, to have the courage to be creative. This is about fire, like creativity is about fire. And so that is a part of the structure. And then this is a candle, which is fire, and then this is metal, it's a bell. And then this is a tobacco plant. And the tobacco plant is governed by Mercury, and Mercury is our mind, and our minds create a structure. How we think is a structure. So I am honoring these aspects because this new moon, this full moon in Capricorn, is definitely going to bring change and transformation in some way. So I'm creating a container to direct the energy, because if you don't use the energy will use you. So there are going to be several transits today that are happening through this full moon that I really want us to be mindful of, so that we're using our energy appropriately. So first thing, the sun is going to be in opposition to the moon. That's every full moon. The sun is always in opposition to the moon in a full moon, and the sun and the moon are in conjunct in the same position, degree at a new moon. So this opposition means that your internal world, the moon is your internal world, will be in opposition to your personality. So there is a bit of a tug of war, right? There's something that is trying to come through. There is some new aspect of yourself that is wanting to be birthed through this full moon. So you want to think about structures, because Capricorn is about structures, your own authority, right? Maybe you've been giving your authority away. Maybe you have a boss at work where you're not standing up for yourself. Maybe you have a relationship where you're not being true to yourself. Maybe you're a people pleaser. This is a way that you want to begin to take your power back and create a new structure for you to be true to yourself. The sun in opposition to the moon. The sun trine Jupiter. It's time to expand. It's time for you to be more than you've been. It's time for you to open up an area of your life, an area in your consciousness that you have not been expressing in. And so with the sun in trine to Jupiter, it's about faith in yourself. Is there a place that you need to believe in yourself more? Is there a place that you need to stop playing small, to move forward? I know for me, I am really encouraging myself to really use my time in a really valuable way, because Capricorn governs time. So are you misusing your time? Do you procrastinate? So I am releasing my proclivity towards procrastination, because that is going to help me secure my structures. The moon in a sextile with Jupiter, your inner world, and is the moon, your internal world, what's going on inside of you, in a sextile with Jupiter is about expansion, really about having more faith in yourself. So now the sun is in a trine with Jupiter, your personality, how you show up in the world is saying expand, and then the moon is in a sextile with Jupiter, so your inner world. So this is really stretching yourself, asking yourself to be more. And then the final one is Venus in opposition to Pluto. Venus is your heart. how you love, how you relate, how you restore yourself, how you love yourself, how you love others, in opposition to Pluto. Pluto is the devil, the underlord. Pluto is death and transformation. So some aspect of how you relate, how you restore yourself, how you relate in the world, how you relate to others is dying, because the opposition says that something needs to die. So in that experience, if you're experiencing this opposition, just don't make it wrong. If you're experiencing someone in your life where you guys are not agreeing or you guys are at odds, do your best to literally know that where they are and what they think and how they feel is exactly right for them. It's not has to be right for you. You don't have to agree with it. That's not what it's about, but it's about allowing others to be where they are and trusting that where they are, God is there too, just like where you are. God, Goddess is here too, right? So if you can hold the opposition, then you can grow your power. And Pluto is ultimately about power. And in opposition to Venus, it's the power of your heart. It's the power of your love. It's the power of how you relate. So how can you strengthen that today? So I encourage you, to just use this energy today to really be willing to let go of something that no longer serves you and step more powerfully into a deeper relationship with your own authenticity, your own self, your own authority, your own power. And that often means taking it back from something that you've been giving it to. So maybe you procrastinate like I do. Maybe you have been eating in ways that don't serve you. You're giving your power to food. Maybe you have been soaking in some sort of emotion that doesn't really serve you. This is the opportunity to do the work to release it. So with that, I am going to say a prayer and a blessing to really send us into this energy feeling powerful, because this full moon in Capricorn is absolutely about power. So Heavenly Father, Mother God, how grateful I am to bask in the light and the glory and the power of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. How good it is to know that I am a part of the collective experience in this universe. And not only am I a part of it and a necessary, valuable part, as necessary and valuable as the sun, each and every person within the sound of my voice is necessary and valuable and here on purpose for something great, for something magical, for something beneficial. And so I pray and ask and know that all things that no longer serve us are falling away with ease and grace, that it just falls off of us like water running off of our backs, that we are no longer imprisoned by behaviors and thoughts and beliefs that would keep us subservient to old patterns and ways of being that no longer serve us. I know that our ancestors are surrounding us and cheering for us. I know that the trees and the mountains and the oceans and the creepy crawlies and the birds and all living beings are here to serve us, to be exactly what we need to be at this time on the planet. And with that understanding and that knowing that each and every word that we speak and thought that we think and action that we take is infused with the power of the Goddess, is infused with the power of God, that what we do is powerful and magical and leaves the presence of goodness in all things in all ways. Peace abounds, love abounds, truth abounds. We are living authentically. We are expressing our authenticity, and we are being the God beings, the Goddess beings that only we can be at this time on the planet. For this, I am grateful. For this, I give thanks. I give love and peace and blessings to our ancestors, to each and every person that has come before us, that we may live today. And I trust and know that our lives magnify the glory of the universe today and forevermore. I let it be, and I say, Ashe and Aho. Peace and blessings, beloved. Have a beautiful, beautiful Capricorn full moon. I am the Moon Mama. Peace and blessings.